Cheers and catcalls echo dimly off the cavern walls, the sound of depraved spectators.
What is the password?
The magical barrier dissipates with the Cave Urim wizard's death. What you are seeking must be deeper into these caves. These evil creatures must assume you're here by invitation, that you're as evil as they. It may disgusted at his weakness, Rytez has sent you to wipe Cousin Voltaine off the face of the Underdark. The tentacle-faced creature has laid out its scheme. If you can stealthily take Rytez's amulet, he'll be Voltaine has offered you a reward if you appease his anger at Zeslin Cave Urim by slaying her. There are cages in this chamber. These must be for the unwilling participants in the arena fights. However, there is no sign of Purple Knights. They must be held separately from this rabble. You've agreed to help House Cave Urim balance its books by killing the Illithid, who has been bankrupting their gambling operations. The Mind Blank amulet is on the pedestal. You just need to take it without being seen. You're clear of Rytez's chamber. You've fulfilled your part of the bargain. Now the Illithid owes you your promised reward. The Illithid sputters and falls, rendering any wages it made null and void. Zeslin will be pleased. Now that Zeslin is dead, perhaps a replacement will be more amenable to taking Voltaine's wages. The Dryder Gladiator Rytez now has one less cousin. Of course, Voltaine's death also means his slaves won't compete in the arena. Probably Rytez's true motivation all along. This is the place you've been searching for. How many Purple Dragon Knights have met their end here for no other purpose than to entertain the Drow? You found the Purple Dragon Knights at last. They are being held in the cage, suspended over the arena. This does not look good. There doesn't appear to be a way to release the knights, but the Drow in charge calls out from his seat above.
Well,
The Caverim frowns.
there is no profit in facing the armies of Cormyr. We did not join Hekta in her mad war against them, and we will not do so now. Bah, take the knights and go.
Farrell sighs.
How unreasonable. Well, at least it will amuse me to watch you die down in the pit.
Feral Caverim shouts out to you and the crowd.
Well done. But we didn't come here to see the death of unthinking animals, now did we? It's time for some thinking, feeling gladiators, so we can see the horror on their faces as they die.
The Caverim applauds your further victories.
Well, perhaps those Yuan-Ti were not all that thinking after all. Let's see if some drow pose a greater challenge.
Farrell continues to address the audience.
My dear guests, now that we've whetted our taste for blood, it's time for...
Raites is startled when he sees you're his opponent.
You've proven yourself strong,
He says.
Come, let us join together, and none this fighting pit will be able to stand against us.
Farrell seems displeased by your survival.
How disappointing. Well, we can solve the problem of these surface dwellers' continued failure to die. My dear audience, I give you the reigning champion of the arena, Pressendor!
Farrell applauds your victories.
So much blood and carnage. Very nicely done. But so much noise never fails to attract the purple worms. I'm afraid your little streak is at an end.
Slain the first worm. The ground continues to tremble as more worms approach. The worm is attacking one of the spectator stands. Those faced with becoming worm food cower in fear. The rest of the crowd cheers their misfortune. Another stand collapses under the worm's assault. More spectators fall to be devoured by the worm. The last of the spectators tumble into the arena. Their cheers fade into shrieks of terror and despair. Another worm. Feral Kevorim evades its hungry maw, but covered in worm juices, the Kevorim boss shouts with manic glee,
"My arena's destruction doesn't matter! I'll rebuild it and breed more worms! With Earthcarver in my grasp, I'm invincible!"
That giant worm not only swallowed Feral Kevorim whole, it demolished his arena. When the floor of the fighting pit collapsed, you fell into that enormous worm again. It doesn't look like there's a way out of here, except through it. You've been swallowed. You're still alive for the moment, but it's only a matter of time until you're digested, unless you find a way out. Ahead, acidic. This is a piece of that worm-slaying weapon that Kevorim was using. It must have shattered when he was swallowed. If you found and reassembled the pieces, you could use them. Even when shattered into pieces, then the worm's anatomy opens to let you through, deeper into its digestive tract. Digestive slimes. Perhaps slaying them with the Earthcarver shard will also fuel its protective magic. That ooze, it's some kind of buildup of digestive phlegm, and it's enveloped another Earthcarver shard. These shards gleam with power when they come near each other. If you found the remaining, this section of intestine is infested by some kind of parasites. They probably feed on whatever the worm hasn't yet digested. Your death blow smashes the parasite into pieces. Something it had swallowed glimmers as the rest of its remains was. You have nearly enough shards to reassemble the weapon. It's Feral Caverim. He still lives. He has the last shard in his hand. Caverim Mastermind is dead at last. Finally, Earthcarver is in your grasp. Now you just... Oh no! All the freshly killed meat has kick-started the worm's digestive system. This place is flooding with stomach acid. Solid ground, of a sort. Now that you have some footing, there's your chance to use Earthcarver to get out of here. You spill out of the worm, trailing slime and guts. The hole you left in Sin Eater's tail is spelled as the grievous injuries you dealt to the ancient worm. Finally, catch up with it, and it collapses in a ground-shaking tumble. The passage behind it is now open.